Now let's dive a bit into the coding paradigm surrounding the Red5 Pro ecosystem. On the programming side, one can develop server-side and client-side applications. The server-side applications mostly consist of web apps and plugins. As mentioned before, web apps are server-side applications that are the entry point on the media server for your clients. Plugins are created to extend the capabilities of web apps or the server as a whole. Both web apps and plugins are coded using Java programming language. For new developers, there is the Red5 Pro Developer Series video walkthrough guide that will help you get accustomed with the IDE setup, the coding patterns, the server-side events, and much more. Apart from this, there are several development guides that are written down as articles. So going through them will also help you understand how to develop web apps and plugins and the different things you can achieve with both web apps and plugins. Apart from these, there are also community examples that are available on GitHub. Examples including complete server-side functionalities, individual features, and so on. On the client side, there are several SDK offerings, each to help the developer target a particular type of client for a particular platform. One of these is the HTML5 SDK. The HTML5 SDK is used mostly to target clients in the browser. The SDK uses JavaScript as the programming language. It allows you to set up WebRTC, Flash, HLS clients. You can also define a fallback order using the SDK. So in case you want to start by looking at the client capabilities, and if they have WebRTC, you go with that. If you don't, then you fall back to a different subscriber type or a publisher type. There is also support for React Native that can be found on Red5 Pro GitHub repositories. Then there is support for some other libraries such as Cordova, and these are supported through third-party community contributions. So if you're developing something for the Cordova platform, you can make use of community contributions, and in most cases you should reach out to the developer or the contributor directly for any development assistance. Then there are testbed examples that are provided by Red5 Pro for the HTML5 SDK, and testbed examples basically split the entire capability of the HTML5 SDK into individual features and individual functionalities demonstrated with individual examples. So if you're developing a large-scale application, you should always take a look at all the testbed examples individually to understand the capability of the SDK and how each functionality can be implemented, and then you aggregate that into your entire application. Next, we have the mobile SDKs. The mobile SDKs allow you to develop native applications for iOS and Android platform. A native application has several benefits over a browser-based application because they allow tighter integration with the operating system of the platform. The Red5 Pro mobile SDKs are available for both Android as well as iOS. For Android, the choice of language is Java, and for iOS, it's Swift. For both, there are separate repositories that have testbed examples similar to the HTML5 SDK. So you can look it up on Google or on GitHub. For Android, it's normally Red5 Pro Android streaming, and for iOS, it's normally Red5 Pro iOS streaming. And the testbed examples similar to HTML5 SDK will give you a list of individual features that can be implemented, and the examples will tell you how to exactly implement them. So if you're creating your own applications, these examples will help you aggregate the functionality into your own application. Now I would like to talk about some special cases of development. Suppose that you're developing a custom client for WebRTC such that you cannot make use of the HTML5 SDK. In that case, you will need to understand the mechanism of client-server communication, the signaling, the negotiation, etc. for WebRTC. And for that, I will suggest getting in touch with the sales team. If you are developing in cross-platform frameworks such as Ionic, Flutter, etc., there is no official support for these platforms at the moment. You should reach out to the community, the Red5 Pro public Slack channels, for more assistance on these topics. The other thing which is very commonly requested is for people who are developing whether it is on cross-platform frameworks or trying to create application using Angular, React, and etc. If you need NPM version of the HTML5 SDK, it is not exactly available at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be available online very soon. So that's pretty much it about the programming side of Red5 Pro as an overview. And in the last section, I will also explain how to reach out to the exact documentation and references that can help you with the development.